Welcome to the 4th episode of NPSee, the series that aims to bring the unimportant NPCs from games to light. Let us dive right in to the vast world of Cyrodiil in Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. In this episode we travel to Skingrad, the richest city to the southwest of the capital. There we meet Tamika, a masterful vintner and red god woman that can be found working behind her house or in the vast grape fields she owns. If you've checked out the inns across the land, you may remember her name coming up out of their stock of wines. Though her influence is wide, she plays little part in the player's story. Let us give this most accomplished woman some well-deserved time in the limelight. When you first approach her, she advertises,
"I'm Tamika. We grow our own grapes and make fine wines."
And inquiring into Skingrad, she further says,
Skingrad's wines are the best in Tamriel. I invite you. Try them for yourself. Here, it is perfect for grapes and perfect for wine. The sun and soil here are like my native Hammerfell, but the climate is milder and the rainfall more reliable.
The area is clearly perfect for her craft. Speaking with the other local vintners reveals their respect for her.
But our wines are very good, and much cheaper than Tamika's very fine product, I assure you. I'll never say a word against Tamika's wines.
She's clearly demonstrated her proficiency at business and girl bossity.
I don't tolerate nonsense.
Coincidentally, she has the same persuasive preferences as the 2 previous NPCs I've examined. She loves boasts,
I'm tall.
That's amazing.
appreciates coercion,
I came here to make some money, if you've got it.
I can't argue with that.
has a distaste for jokes,
I'm also a disgrace.
That's just stupid. I don't tolerate nonsense.
and is disgusted by admiration.
I love you.
Don't try to manipulate me. See? Was that hard? Excellent.
Tamika's schedule is that of a hard-working vintner. She starts her day at 6 a.m., grabbing an hour's worth of breakfast and morning activity around her house. At around 7, she heads outside her back door to work at her backyard facilities. At 11, she takes a couple of hours to have lunch.
Oh!
Once well fed, she travels out to her vineyards outside the city. There, she works tirelessly, ensuring her crop is perfect and her soil is well tilled. At 7 p.m., she takes a 2-hour break to relax and eat lunch if there is food present. Finally, at 9, she heads back into the city and home. Once inside, she bides her time until she goes to bed at midnight. On a rainy day, as with most others, she prefers to wait it out inside. Tamika owns her own business, Tamika's Winery. Her wine is sold all over Cyrodiil, and,
I've killed far worse than you.
though on the expensive side, is of such good quality that it can be useful to the player. Her product fortifies health by either 10 or 14 points, but drains agility and intelligence by 5. That is a much better ratio than other wines.
Oh!
They might not be the best effects, but they're still neat. Other than her business, she's a proud citizen of Skingrad. She lives in a decently affluent home close to the city's chapel. Though thin, it is quite tall, peaking at 3 floors with much roof space to boot. Behind her home is her backyard winery equipped with facilities for making a masterful product. Inside her home, she harbors very few expensive items for the taking, but her opulence speaks through the beautiful decor and clean environment. There are 3 separated rooms on the top floor, of which 2 are locked, one being her bedroom and the other for storage. She also has a basement. Inside, things take a turn. Although they don't. She uses it for storage. Glad to see not everyone has skeletons in their closet. Overall, it is a nice place, well deserving of one such as her. Outside the city, she owns extensive lands, Tamika Vineyards. It is an expansive grape farm worked by her, Bernadette Penelles, and Shamir. Now comes the unfortunate parts. Pocket peeking shows that she carries her house key, some gold, and a hoe and a rake to do her work with. Given the morbidity of murdering another innocent, I'll keep this bit short. Upon being attacked, she fights back with her fists, putting up a decent one at that. She flees when her odds sour, freeing you to be killed by the many gods around like you deserve. Defeated, or murdered, this segment weighs heavy on the heart. We see she wears a brown shirt, tan linens, and thick cowhide shoes. Now take me away, officer.
Body's still warm. Looks like there's a... Stop right there, criminal scum!
Let's load a save and instead give her an appreciative grace with our tusks. And a tackle too. I'm not much a fan of wine in real life, but my family drinks it on the regular and says it's good, even though it tastes like shit. But if I were in the universe of Oblivion, Tamika is the brand I would pick. I felt I had to examine her in this series to appreciate how important in the world she is, despite not interacting with the player's path much at all. I live for a living world. And a girl boss. Let the NPC Tamika be NPSeen. Thank you for joining me, and